Hello class, my name's Janice Gallagher and I'll be your instructor for Accelerated Biology 212. This is Anatomy and Physiology Part 1, covered in half a semester. I'm also the instructor for 213, which is being taught the second half of this semester, and most of you are enrolled in that as well. So I'd like to give you a brief overview of the course and also talk a little bit about how this course is going to be structured, since you'll be learning this material remotely this semester. So in 212 we cover 4 organ systems. We cover the integumentary system, which is the skin and associated structures. That's followed by the skeletal system, bones, the skeletal muscular system, and then the last organ system we cover in 212 is the nervous system. All the others are covered in 213. Now, when we go through the different organ systems of the body, we don't just talk about digestive systems and muscular systems and organs. We also talk about smaller levels of organization. So we talk about the body on the chemical level, certain types of atoms or molecules such as proteins. We talk about the body on the cellular level. What does a skeletal muscle cell look like? How does it compare with a neuron or a skin cell? And we also talk about the body on the tissue level, which is actually where this course begins in depth, talking about how cells are organized into tissues like blood and cartilage and bone. And then once we cover tissues, the rest of the course is organized into organ systems. So there is a prerequisite for this class, as you know, general biology. So it is assumed that you are coming into this course with some basic knowledge of chemistry and cell structure. As we go along through the course, I will remind you if I feel there's anything relevant that you need to review from your general biology class. Now, most of you are familiar with Blackboard, so I just want to give you a quick glance at our particular course. You'll be using your lecture Blackboard site. Everything will be on there for this course, including all the lab materials. And if you look to the left, you see the course menu, and in the course menu are various tabs that you'll be using through the semester. So when you first come to this class, you will open up on the home page, and one of the first things you want to check out is the course syllabus. So please look that over. If you open it up, for example, we'll look at part of the first page of it. It has the when our lectures meet. Okay, this course again is we're meeting remotely, but we are meeting during the class scheduled times. So for us, that's Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m., bright and early. And that'll be followed by lab from 9 to 11. We'll be using Zoom for the lecture and for part of the lab. There's also my office hours. So these are times when I'll be available to promptly communicate with you by email or by Zoom. Here is my email. I use my MyMC email as opposed to Blackboard email. And then the textbooks for the course, for the lecture, what you'll need is the Wiley Plus code. That has the electronic version of our textbook and lots of other resources that are very helpful and you'll be using, for example, in lab. And then the lab manual is the Anatomy and Physiology Manual by Allen and Harper, 6th edition. Below we see the beginning of the lecture schedule, so you see for each day that we meet what we'll be covering and the dates of our exams. On the course menu, there will also be a tab for the Zoom meetings, again at 8 in the morning. That's when we'll be meeting. I'll be recording those. And in addition to communicating with each other on Zoom, these are the other ways that I'll be communicating with you and you with me. Announcements I use quite a bit on Blackboard, so please check them regularly. Definitely at the beginning of every week and at the end of every week I'll post an announcement. Sometimes I also email those too, but not always, so please do check them. Here is the tab to send email to me through my MyMC email, and then we also will be using the discussion board to communicate with each other. In addition to that, there's some other tabs on here. My grades, for you to keep tabs on your course, lecture, and lab exams. Some resources. In MC resources, there'll be, for example, information about how to take advantage of our wonderful Science Learning Center. There's library resources. There's a help tab for IT and Blackboard support. But of all of these, the one that you'll use the most in this class is the course content tab. That is where all the course material is. So if you look into course content, here's the organization of our course. The introduction contains a copy of this introductory video as well as some tutorials for using Blackboard. Then the actual course material is divided into units, unit 1 through 4. And if we look at this folder here, unit 1, you'll see all the materials that you need for the lecture portion. There'll also be lab material. So you see here a table of contents, the PowerPoint slides that I use for lectures, any assignments for that unit, the lecture quiz for that unit, and here we're looking at the lecture objectives. So if you open that up, you see what we cover in Unit 1. And if you look down here at the bottom, you see a document that contains the learning objectives. I highly recommend you print that out and you use it while you're reading your textbook to help you focus on the material that you'll be tested over. So I hope you're ready to dive in to anatomy and physiology. The material that you're going to learn here is foundational. It's going to help you understand health and disease. And on a practical note, it's a prerequisite for a lot of the programs that I'm assuming many of you are taking this course to apply to, like nursing. So I will do everything I can to help you be successful in this class.